Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
The rock face.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another exciting season on the Curling Stadium Network. We're at the 2025 Saville Shootout. My name's Sean Joyce, joined by Terry Corbin.
Good afternoon.
Good matchup here between some very young teams already well away. And, it's the start of the season, but it doesn't look like they're playing shy. There are a lot of rocks in play here in this first end.
I'll say.
Jordon McDonald sitting 3 right now. Peter Hlushak in some trouble here in the opening end of play. Needs a good freeze here, maybe a tap. He may still be facing 3 when
exactly.
Yes, but he needs to get this stone into a good spot. They'll have just skip stones left to come after this one, and he is in some trouble. Might tap it far enough to sit 3rd.
That's a really good shot, I think, given what he was facing.
Probably the best he could do. He's got 3rd and 4th out of it, so that rock at the back not likely to come back into play, but he did roll far enough. You could see it from the hack view.
Yeah.
There's room for the McDonald team to roll back underneath again and again, sit 3 buried.
I know the late finish on, real quiet shots this afternoon. I guess it would still be, it was this afternoon. It was tremendous. Like if you threw just hack weight, man, would they curl.
Yeah, well, if you were watching, we were watching still through the preview. We're a little late getting on the mics here, but
yes.
Earlier on in the end, they had a bumper weight shot, had to curl after it got by the guard, got to the inside of a stone and tapped it back to move 2 yellows. And that's really how things started to develop for the McDonald team. The Hlushak team wasn't in bad shape off the start until he didn't think he could make a double on that because they were overlapped, and he managed to curl enough past the guard that he only moved the 2 yellows, and suddenly the Reds were in a really good spot.
Mm-hmm.
And here you're in a spot, if you're young Peter Hlushak, what are you looking at here?
Yeah, I think
the double yellow onto the Reds is probably your best result, but it's the hardest shot. I don't see anywhere else that you're killing more than one of them.
Well, I think if you run in the red one, you might be able to eliminate 2, but my God, that's a tough.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The skinny double at the top, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. You'd have to just wick the first one, though, or you won't hit the second one at all. There's also all that yellow shrapnel back there that something could jam on, too. You could come very close to making a really good shot playing that, and if it jams on one of those back ones, they might have a chance to sit 4 or 5 after this.
Mm-hmm. To me, it looks like the lesser of 2 of all the evils.
There's a lot of evils out there right now.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm glad you're throwing it on me, buddy.
You could very easily on a shot like this, because you're just trying to. So that one at the top of the 8-foot, the 3rd shot rock, he needs to just wick it, or the one that he's running in will miss the one a little closer to the 4-foot. But if you just miss that one at the top of the 8, you could run red onto red, which could end up dead jamming on that yellow at the back of the 8-foot. You roll out, and he hits that yellow on the other side to sit 5.
Yeah, that would not be pretty.
No, and I mean, in order to make the shot he's playing, he's going to be close to that. There's some risk here. So you want to curl in September, do you?
Yeah.
These feel easier in November than they do in September.
I know. He's on the front.
You know, in the grand scheme of things, that might not be the worst result because that run back on the tight yellow now looks a lot easier. Like,
yes.
You make contact on the one on the top yellow, you could probably kill 2 reds for sure. They might all go depending how hard he can throw. Boy, I don't like that call at all. I'm not sure Jack does either. This is where I'd be hitting one of those other yellows.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like how is that a bad shot? Like you're gonna leave you obviously have to leave him something, but
you don't have to leave him what you could leave him here. If you rub that red on the way by and come out into the open, he's got a way in.
Yeah.
He's got no way in right now. Hit something at the back, it doesn't help him. And then, boy, if he ever rolls out or something, yes, that yellow on the other side is buried, but like you said, Terry, you can get to a rock like that. I mean, there's 12 feet, a little more between that guard. There's more. 15 feet between that guard and the rock and the rings. You could get to that.
Oh, yeah, very easily.
And now that stone at the top of the 12-foot factors in.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you bury a piece of this if you're playing this. You roll open, or if it under curls and you leave him room to flop under because those 3 reds are staggered. This is a easy call in September.
Yeah, I think he's afraid that he's leaving Peter kind of this intern draw if he.
A desperation, he kind of has to play it. That's his get out of jail shot. You thinking?
Yeah.
Well, it's his get out of jail shot, but if you don't make it, game's pretty much over in the first end.
Yeah. He jumped on that right away.
Well, it didn't look like he was full.
Just curling hard.
Yeah, he's got a nice one. Got a nice line coming in.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh.
Well, they maybe had to overcook it just a little bit to make sure they got by.
Yeah.
If you follow it down, I don't see how he gets it out. You might hold him to 1. Or you
very easily could hold him to 1. And I'll take the word easily out of the equation.
It's if you make the shot. You could very easily hold him to 1. Or you play this run. You make contact with the top red. It's hard to see any less than 2 of them going, and just the way they're angled, if he can throw the weight, maybe the middle one goes. It kind of looks like the middle one's going to stay there.
Yeah, I think the middle does stay.
I mean, they're angled a bit past it, but it's going to drag back a bit. I think it's staying there.
Yeah, it's really not the shot you want to be playing without the hammer in the first end.
Well, you can't overcurl this.
No.
And he rolled too far. There's a hit for 5 at the back.
Yeah.
Don't even have to play it. If you're not confident in the ice, you could throw the draw for 4.
Mm-hmm. Just because he's been out there and played it, I mean, I think he would have a good idea of the ice. But
again, in November, I'd agree with you, but
yeah.
We're not in November, and it's only the second game for both of these teams. I wonder how much chance they've had to throw. He's got to throw backline to Hack anyway, and out pretty wide. They wouldn't have thrown this in practice.
But doesn't he have that other yellow one as a catcher?
Yeah, probably with that kind of weight. But what he's probably worried about is if you ever didn't get by the one at the top. I don't think you shouldn't ever have to worry about hitting it thick enough that you just don't still get your 3. think they were always playing it. It was just down to how much ice they were going to take. You always have to feel pretty good in a spot like this. We're hitting the sit 5, but if I miss it, we're still getting 3. That's pretty comfortable. Pretty comfortable getting into the hacks like that.
Yeah.
Jordon McDonald with his final stone here in the first end.
And this team did play at the U25 Next Gen Classic last weekend, I think it was.
Yep.
This is awful close to being great.
Gonna make the hit. How far will he roll? Right up against that catcher.
Yep.
Put 5 points on the board for Jordon McDonald to get us started here in the first end. They've got the lead. Peter Hlushak and his young team out of the University of Alberta will have last rock in the second.
Hey Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Ah, now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution.
Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses?
Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock!
That's a shot you'd feel a lot more comfortable playing in November.
It's the only way you can go.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
But like I say, Jordan moved up the ranks there last year and did really well. So
yeah, and doing well here already early. They have one win earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
The Hlushak team losing their first one. Round robin pools here at the Saville Shootout. I'm not in mid-season form either. I haven't got all my windows open. Looking here just to see which pool these guys are in. It's still early anyway. They've still got round robin action through all of tomorrow. Playoffs on Sunday.
Yeah.
Just a little deep. The little jump, not able to help it stop. Important here, I think, for this young team to have a good bounce back end here. They certainly have a good start to it. That little overthrow on the last one. They've got a corner guard to work with. Ton of room. Sweeping for curl. You got to remember, this is just going to keep sliding when you're sweeping for curl too.
They're going to hang on, so that's good news. But
I thought we were going to have one of those. Well, we got it buried. It's just through the rings. Just through the rings at the back, but it's buried.
It's buried out of play, but good shot. Yeah.
Sweeping hard to keep this one straight. This is still in the free guard zone. And will work as a tick shot.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit of a sigh of relief there. Came very close to pushing that out of play.
Right. Yes.
And it would have been put back. And now, you put that back, and that rock at the back suddenly kind of works to your advantage because now there's room to get another one in. You could have had two buried behind the corner.
Yeah.
Because we're not that familiar with this young team, we have to assume that they're throwing in the order that we have on the scoreboard, at least until we see the back. So Varric Depker, the second, looking to replace the corner guard.
Yeah. That's good depth. These two teams are in a pool with, Cameron DeYoung, Zach Davies, and Evan Van Amsterdam. So an all out west pool.
True. Yeah. Davies with the bye here in this draw. They've already got a record of 1-1. Nice shot there. Taps that rock through at the back of the 12. Rolls out into the open.
Yeah.
McDonald sitting 3. Still the corner guard to work with for Hlushak, and asking Varric Depker to come around.
Looks like a good shot.
Yeah, not going to get this far enough under cover that it can't tap it through again. This is going to bury completely. In fact, if anything, you can see it from the other side. Well, there's a red at the back. You could jam it into. I don't think he's going that way.
Yeah.
Now that little that little rock just at the edge, that makes it a little tricky to even try to rip the guard. Like, any way you try to rip the guard, it could come off something.
Yeah.
Jam on a red one in the rings if you go towards the middle, or it could come off that yellow one into the rings going the other way. He's looking at trying to run it straight back. There's danger with that too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the reason why you hear, not just us, but every commentator when they watch a game like this, you're down 4. The more shrapnel there is in play, the more it can work out in your favor. There's a lot of rocks here that if he just wants to pick this clean, there's a lot of rocks it has to negotiate.
Yeah. I mean, I think, I was a little bit surprised that, he played that quiet hit on the one at the back. I thought he might try and rip it a little earlier on the last shot. But, I mean, they have got very good control of the weight.
Yeah, but he did catch the shrapnel, gets it onto his own, and then he's going to spin it right over into the 4-foot shot rock behind the red. Top 12. And he gets rid of all the cover out front.
The last shot, but
one more look at it. That's the reason they're willing to risk playing this with the big weight. You can move a lot of rocks. Yeah, but he did catch the shrapnel, gets it onto his own, and then he's going to spin it right over into the 4. A little bit of a bad break in that they left everything lined up, but it's not a easy shot necessarily to get that yellow out even with a run, because if it touches the red, and it's just overlapped a little bit, if it touches the red at the side of the 4-foot, it could come to that one at the back again.
Mm-hmm. Looks like they're going to the other side towards the back of that rock in the 12.
Yeah, they're going to play the freeze. You're kind of more or less open, and with a 5-point lead, you have to think McDonald's not going to take huge risks. he's going to throw at the rock that's more open, you would think.
Yeah.
This has got a lot of room to curl. It's got to get off that stone at the top 12. It's going to get by it.
Yeah.
Just a little firm on this one.
Yeah, too bad because weight was pretty good.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
No.
McDonald's going to play the open one. Well, you're thinking about the short run. That actually did reduce some of the danger. If it does touch that red and comes over towards the 2 at the back, now it's still going to kill a yellow. Jacques Gauthier with the run picks that yellow out clean. And who's got second shot? How are your eyes this early in the season?
They weren't good. They weren't good last season, all season.
So you're saying you're not prepared to go out on a limb with that one?
Well, I go out on a limb and say it's red, but I mean,
you know, again, with the scoreboard being what it is, it probably doesn't matter. Like, he's looking at the double. He doesn't have to, because you make the hit and roll under. Gautier's in the same, or pardon me, it'll be McDonald throwing. He's in the same position this one was, as he was with Jacques a moment ago. He's got either a run back or he's got the open hit, but he's only killing one of them. If you roll and make the double, you actually might leave him a crosshouse double.
Yeah, I don't even know what they decided on there. I'm assuming they're playing the double.
I thought they were rolling under.
Oh, okay. No, and they very well may be it. I mean, they're throwing it quiet enough that
the trick with a shot like this is you don't want to roll dead buried. You want to roll about half under, because if you roll dead buried and he plays the run back and sticks it, you're in all kinds of trouble. And he ends up getting neither of what we were discussing. Gets the roll towards the red. Choices here for Jordon McDonald. It looks like they're going to try to make the long roll towards that yellow at the back of the 12. The other option, he could just roll onto the corner of his own red one. And then how do you get it out?
Yeah, I don't know. They're having a good look at to see whether that red one is second shot.
I think if they're playing the roll, they must think the red is second. Then as long as they don't leave a double, they're good.
Yeah.
Jordon McDonald with his first here in the second end. They won their opening game. They've got a 5-0 lead here. Looking to hit and roll, and they're sweeping for curl early.
Yeah, and then
quiet wait, it's going.
Yeah, is it ever? He's missed this, hasn't he? Oh no, he's fine. Yeah. Huh. No question now.
Well, aren't you brave? Gonna call it now.
Yeah, well,
wait, it's going.
Yeah, is it ever? He's missed this, hasn't he? Oh no, he's fine. Yeah.
They were on that early, a little bit early, to get it to curl, and I don't know if not. Of course, we can't hear the players. Don't know if that was exactly the weight they had in mind. Got plenty of curl, and once it started to move, they were able to hold it straight. Got a good piece of it. You couldn't have asked for a better roll, because even if he tried to make the double, like just the angle's no good. You're not getting that second red out of there.
Yeah, and halfway down the ice, I mean, you had one of the sweepers indicating that the weight was a little up. So
okay,
I mean, I'm not
I missed
sure.
that. I'm not sure about this call. If you make it and hit and roll behind, you're well behind the tee line. He freezes and you're forced. You might almost be scoreboard dictated that you needed to draw here. Get in front of the tee line. Try to get your two that way. Oh, maybe he is playing the draw.
He is
just,
playing the
just
draw.
just the where the broom was. It
That's
looked
right.
looked like the hit. This is running very straight. And that might be a little bit wide, just a little strong.
Yeah.
Will stop in time for shot rock, but almost completely open. Back 8.
Yeah, I would have liked to have had that probably 7 feet lighter and had to sweep it for the curl.
For Jordon McDonald, he'd like to move this stone, but I don't think you want to stay right there. You'd give him backing if he tried to throw the same path. You try to roll a rock's width or maybe rock and a half to the broom side. And he's got to make it cold. Don't think he's rolling broom side.
No, he's not.
Still, this does put some pressure on the young skip from Edmonton. Already down 5, facing 3. He did just throw this shot.
Correct.
You do have to be careful. He's a little warm on the last one. He ended up in the back 8. Now, if you ever sit in the hacks thinking, well, I've got backing here, and you overthrow it a little bit, we saw the last one run a little straight, and it was just back 8. One brush down right away. That's usually a good sign. They seem to think the weight's close. Looks like they're just waiting on a line call before they both go. Hey.
I don't think you can hurt it.
No, he's got a nice one here. This is what he needed with the first one, but it'll help with the confidence to get it on the second, and they will pick up the single point. They're on the board. Still, it is Jordon McDonald with a 5-1 lead going into the third, and he'll have last rock when we come back.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Blister juice, freshly made your way.
5-1, Jordon McDonald with the lead as we begin play here in the third end of play. Sean Joyce, Terry Corbin with you from the Saville Shootout, Saville Curling Center in Edmonton. Here on Curling Stadium. Well, Terry, if you've got to be down 5-1 without in a game, and I could ask you, well, if you have to be in that situation, when would you want to do it? The answer might be September 5th. Because it's not like either team's going to be in midseason form. They've had a bit of a slow start here, but if they can get some draws in play, you can't expect the other team to be crisp either. I mean, they've all had some practice time, but it's not quite the same as game action.
No, you're right. But I mean, I'm going to guess that Team McDonald has been at the Saville Sports Center there more than just prior to the U25 Next Gen Classic last week. The rink that won it, I mean, they were from Ontario, and they said it was sort of like real good curling.
So you're saying it's a little bit easier to be in midseason form at this day. We got to give them all corn brooms and see how quickly they could get into midseason form. You don't do it by the second weekend. You still got tape on your hands on the second weekend with a corn broom.
You still got tape on your hand in March. Come on. Who are you kidding? Oh, dear. Well, there's a classic, I guess you could put into that is one of the reasons that rock got hogged is because they're far from being into this into the groove here.
Yeah, it was a fraction of an inch away from an excellent shot, but
yeah,
as it is, not what you need when you're trying to scrape back from 4 points down early in the game. I thought you were going to say if they were sweeping with corn brooms, they would have got it there. Maybe a little deep with that draw. You see the pocket that's formed behind the guard. Something for Hlushak to work with.
Yep.
I think you were not prepared to go out on any kind of a limb and to decide who had shot rock last end. I'm prepared to go out on a limb here and say no matter where this rock ends up, Jordon McDonald is calling the takeout on the next one.
Yeah, wow. That's a pretty short branch to walk right on.
Got a nice line. Is he going to get right down to the face of it? It's going to be close.
Close, yeah, nice. Good. It's in a good spot.
Yeah. I can't tell if you could get inside the red enough. It's not worth the risk. I think Jordon was looking at it, but it's just not worth the risk. If you could get inside the edge of the red enough, you could come off the red and kill the yellow that was just thrown. But if you ever just nose it, that doesn't help you. So he's just gonna peel the guard. That is not what they had in mind. And you remember what I said about not being quite sharp in September?
Yeah.
That's not the way you expect him to miss it in November for sure.
That's right, yeah.
That's a September miss.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. Connor was, I think, said this is not the varsity team.
That's what I understand. Yes, this is actually still a U20 team.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So.
Okay.
We've got so many age categories for the youngsters now in the curling, which is great. So this would be what they'd still call the traditional junior age. There's U15, U18 now. The U25, not really a formal division per se, although they do have a few events specifically for them, like the Next Gen that was held last weekend.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a really, good and key program for keeping some of these kids engaged.
All of it, yeah. The U15, the U18, then the juniors. It was kind of always been one of those things where I don't know how it's working necessarily in the other provinces, but here in Saskatchewan, we see a lot of so U18 would frequently be high school teams, and they'll enter the juniors.
Yep.
But you're playing against university age players with a little bit more experience, and they get to play a little bit more, and you get a few games in, but they're not at that level. At least when you've got and they'll still play it. Don't get me wrong; those U18 teams are still going to enter the juniors, but at U18 they get to play against their peers, and these are the people they're going to have to play against for the next 30 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So you may as well get used to it. Remember their names.
Yeah, so true.
Nice double peel there and lost the shooter, so nothing left out front.
Yeah, I played at our Provincial Masters championships there last year, and it was like old home week for me. All the people that I played in junior, and then of course you don't see them very much, or if at all, for 40 years, and then boom, there they all were.
I thought you were going to say all the people I couldn't beat in junior, and there they are, and I still can't beat them in Masters.
Well, I mean, that's probably pretty close.
That's the problem I'm having here in seniors. So.
What kills me is how some of the guys, remember when we played each other in blah, 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 and it's like, yeah, no.
Oh, sorry, I'm one of those. I can remember those games, yeah.
I said, if I won, I don't remember. If I lost, I tend to have a better memory.
I can talk about shots in some of those games.
Oh, that's what some of these guys were doing. Like, it was incredible. I still remember that one you made. Oh, God. That was a good shot.
Yeah, picks that one. That's not a small thing when you pick that one off the
side.
If
I lost, I tend to have a better memory.
Guard peel. I can talk about shots in some of those games. Peter would just tap that yellow-red in the middle. He'd sit three, and
I still remember that one you made.
Jordon could probably make the double, but he loses the shooter, and then it would have been a steal of one. Now with getting that rock off the side, a blank is back in play here.
Oh, yeah.
First bonspiel of the season. Of course, the announcers aren't in mid-season form either, and it occurs to me I have not asked anybody, and I'm not aware. Are they playing the one blank rule here?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm surprised he's looking at this here. I thought he'd peel the guard on this one for sure, and he will.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, without any other cover, without that little rock on the side, I don't think Hlushak can play the tap in the middle yet on his first one. Plays it on his first one, they blast everything, and it's probably a blank. You could try to freeze, but boy, you better be dead on line or they all go. Your options, as I see it, Terry, and you tell me if you see anything else. You play the guard here. Now, the fact that Jordon McDonald looked at the corner freeze on the last one. Maybe they're a little scared he would do it on the next one. Or you play the freeze right now, and then when he blasts, the middle one stays, and you guard with the last one.
Yeah, I mean, I see that as really the only two options. I know that, you know, the tendency for me would be to, you know, make the guard first, but.
And then I guess the question then, because that's the thing, there's always some of it psychological. I think Jordan was really seriously interested in playing the freeze on the last one because he talked about it.
Yeah.
You know that he's at least thought about it. Do you want to put the guard perfect here, or do you just want to guard half the yellow? You guard half the yellow and he makes the freeze, you've still got a shot on those rocks in the middle. So I think, you know, line here is important. This is not just a get it in front somewhere type of a guard. Split the center here. If Jordon McDonald decides to go after the shot rock and picks it, you still got a shot because you got the guard. If he makes the freeze, you still got a shot. If you dead bury this and he plays the corner freeze, you might be looking at a steal. This needs to stop. Needs to stop. I would say that's overcurled. It is 5-1. You could peel the guard. No matter how good he makes it, you're probably never giving up more than one.
Absolutely.
If you're coming around, I'm not sure you want to be all the way down to it. I thought where they were talking about first kind of looked like full 8 foot, half to 3/4 around. I thought that was a pretty good spot. You come down and sit 3/4 on the face of the yellow. He's pretty much scoreboard committed that he's going to have to play the guard straight back, and he could sit 2 buried if he makes it perfect.
I just don't know why.
I like it there where Jacques looking at it. You need some separation because he's probably going to play the guard straight back. You put this exactly where Jacques Gauthier tapped the ice net. I'm not seeing where Peter Hlushak is going to have a shot to even try to steal one. He's going to have to try to hold you to one, I think. Jordon McDonald made a nice draw with his first in the first end. Set up the 5. On this early for line, this is really curling hard.
Yeah.
And they're on the front one. This is light too. Well, he probably, by doing that, makes the run back impossible, but
it is, yeah.
Can he get there with enough to tap it to sit 2?
Pretty tough shot for.
Well, it would be
for September the 5th.
They really have to make a decision. If and it looks like they have, they're going to try to tap it far enough to sit 2. Like, it's easier to tap it just to sit 1. The scary thing about trying to tap this far enough to sit 2, if you don't get close to the nose on the first yellow one, you could make a great shot, but the shooter rolls open and you leave him a double for 2. And there's not going to be a lot of separation between the yellows. You've got to get to, what would you say, Terry, 3/4 of this anyway to make sure at least the edge of this stone stays under cover.
Cover, yeah, that's the key. This is going to go hard.
This is really curling. Not sure he's got the weight that he needed to move it anyway.
No, he doesn't.
He definitely made it hard to score 2. It's there, the wide in turn.
Yep.
You know, it's not going to look great from the hack, but we've seen how much movement there is coming into the house. This would actually be... This is very close to the exact same shot that Jordon made with his first in the first end.
Yeah.
Maybe going out just a little wider to start, because he's not trying to get to the center line. He just needs the corner of the button. Well, that is interesting, those 2 shots, because both of these teams have had actually, again, for September 5th, pretty good draw weight. And both of them, you know,
That's
Jordon
right,
on
yeah.
his first, well short, and they're looking for a tap there, and that did not have the weight. The sweepers didn't recognize it as being light early either, because it was one sweeper down with just a clean brush. And
Exactly, yeah. A lot of rotation.
got one guy sweeping hard and the other guy saying it's got lots of weight. So that must mean the line's getting tight. Sweeping for curl now, thinking it probably needs to touch something if it's going to slow down, and it will not. Still, you can put another single point on the board for Jordon McDonald. He regains that 5-point lead after 3 ends of play. Peter Hlushak with last rock in the 4th.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Mowat, Gushue, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at thegrandslamofcurling.com. Let's rock!
"20 teams began play here this morning at 8 o'clock Edmonton time. On the men's side, another 20 on the women's side. Playing in round-robin pools, looking for one of 8 berths in each side of the playoffs beginning Sunday. Round-robin action continuing later on tonight after this draw and all day tomorrow. Peter Hlushak in danger of falling to 0-2 early. Needs to play comeback here.
Well, these are those games too, you know, like when you're coaching, at least I do often would tell the, you know, guys between an end, just, hey, like, let's, especially at this time of this year, you know, let's just kind of work on trying to generate a deuce regardless of the score. Because I think you have to be looking at small victories here now.
You get a deuce here, and the math still, the curling math still works.
That's right, you know.
What I refer to as the curling math. If all you need to do is score deuce with the hammer or steal 1 point at a time, that math still works. Both of those things happen all the time, and you don't have to reinvent the strategy handbook or have catastrophic misses from your opposition for either of those to happen. It's when you have to start scoring threes or stealing deuces that now you've got to not only get creative, but you need some key misses. Get your deuce here, and you're down, but 1 point at a time would still win you the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some rocks to work with here early in this fourth end. That last come-around attempt by the McDonald team trying to come around that yellow corner guard. They left it as a double corner.
Yeah.
Count the rocks, Jordan. Yeah. You could peel the red one, but you can't peel the yellow one. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Red onto the yellow in the house is not a bad option. It means you're probably peeling the rest of the end after this. There's not a lot of room between those two. I mean, you make it perfect. You're still going to play the come around again. You're going to start peeling guards.
Yeah, I'm sure Jordan doesn't want to play with a lot of rocks in the house or short of the house.
Yeah, he doesn't want to play with one short of the house either. But apparently, even on September 5th, they have assigned somebody on the team to count to 5.
That's right.
And they said, we can't play that yet.
At least somebody was bright enough to notice.
Well, let's be honest. We've seen that shot get played. Then you have to put all the rocks back.
Yeah, I still am fairly notorious for doing that myself. So
I've told that joke more than once. You need to assign somebody to count to 5 at the start of the end.
Yeah.
We used to see it a fair bit around my home club, where they've got a similar situation to what's here, where we didn't have the dividers between the sides, and a skip would even look over his shoulder and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and not realize that one that he was counting was actually from the next sheet.
Yeah.
It did make the short run. It rolled. The shooter rolled out in the open, and there is still those double corners. Looking to come around from the wide side this time. Eric Depker, the second. With his brush down, that's the lead, Lucas Sawiak. Haven't said all the names yet. I should introduce the team. Sahil Dalrymple is the third. Of course, the skip in the house, Peter Hlushak. Just going to rub the tighter one on the way by. And not able to get the bite out of it. talked about the double peel, but they're just going to opt to hit the stone that's just short of the rings. They could probably roll in sit two. It would take away that, or at least make it much more difficult to get around the corners. Could actually act as a third corner guard, depending where it ends up. And I think that's what Jacques Gauthier looking at. We could end up with 3 staggered ones. He just comes around everything.
Well, and I mean, Jacques being the new guy on the block here is, I mean, it'll take time for him and Jordon to get into sync as well too.
Yeah, what are you trying to say here? Jacques Gauthier at the ripe old age of 26 is the veteran on this sheet of ice.
I know, eh?
Elias Amanicki with the attempt at the double peel. Across the face. We'll get all 3 of them. Jacques Gauthier on the brush to get the shooter out of play as well. And Cameron Olofsson just guiding the Yellows to the back corner where they want to see them.
Yeah.
Just the 2 stones left in play now. The stone at the just bite in corner of the 8-foot and the tight guard just about a rock's width off center, both belonging to McDonald. But that guard, all that Hlushak has to work with to try to generate a deuce here. This is a situation where if I'm Peter, I don't mind coming to the back 8-foot if you have to on this one. If you could convince Jordon McDonald to think about freezing rather than the run back, that's kind of a win. Boy, just kept on curling. It might have poked out into the open enough that he doesn't even have to play the run. He's still going to look at it. Gets the run and dead sticks it behind cover.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's told Jacques Gauthier that it's September.
No, but I'm sure on his first miss, he's going to tell somebody it is.
Well, the good news, I guess, if you're Peter Hlushak, you've got some rocks to play with. You make the corner freeze here. You might force Jordon McDonald to switch gears. The problem is he's in a pretty good spot to switch gears.
Yeah.
Boy, they're going to have to go to get this by the front one.
Yeah, and they just seem to start to go sideways. It's a little light by the looks of it. Didn't quite get it this second shot, I don't think.
That's as close to going out on a limb as you've been so far.
I know.
You're getting brave.
Baby steps.
Fourth in, you're getting pretty brave. Yeah, it's actually not a bad spot for Hlushak anyway. It's got that one's dead buried. He can still get to the shot rock if he had to. It's a problem. It's a problem for McDonald to try to kill it.
Yeah, I think McDonald's saying that we're 1-2. Actually, he's probably saying that. I agree with Terry up in the booth there that we're 1-2.
Does that matter? Does it matter who's got second just yet?
Not yet.
They'd love to be able to kill that yellow regardless, and it's tough to do that. That ended up in a not bad spot.
Yeah. kind of like the choice here of going with the out turn.
Well, we got 2 brushers down on this one. Still seems to be running straight though on this side.
Yeah.
Maybe a little misjudged. I mean, he had lots of weight and ended up with plenty of room coming by. What do you like, Terry? 3 rocks left to come for you this end.
Yeah.
So I held Dalrymple in the axe. Looking at following it down, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't even hate play the same corner freeze they played on their first one, because you can get to that back one on a double off that rock at the side of the 8 foot.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. On this one, I might even like the other turn.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Freeze that one at the top of the 4 foot, because that's the one that you really don't have a great way to get it out right now. I mean, you could pick it, but that's not holding your shooter. This has got a little bit too much weight and a little bit too much line. Must be my turn to make a guess. Red sits in 2.
Yes.
Next one is yours. I don't make the rules. That's just how it works.
I'm going with the back one on the back 4 is shot rock.
Yeah, you make a good freeze here. What's he got? Does he have to come off that one on the side?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it would be advantageous now that
depends on the angle that he gets on these ones in the house. I mean, you could just straight draw and get the same thing, but there might be a way to kill the 2 reds at the back of the 4 foot, depending on the angle, if he's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sweepers don't want to touch this yet. Sweeping for curl. It's well out there. Yeah. This side has been a little bit straighter. He's got weight to move it too.
Now maybe you do look at playing that off the wide red. I still think you can get in the other way.
You can. But you could maybe make the triple playing off the wide red. And then that stone at the top of the 4 foot starts to look lonely with that yellow at the top of the 12 foot.
Yeah.
You can see, again, looking at the hack. So if you get those 2 yellows out of the back of the 4 foot, you could probably get to a third to almost a half of that red to pick it. And even if you don't make the triple, I mean, it'd be great to make the triple, but even if you just make one of the doubles and sit buried at the back of the 4 foot, you're okay to get 2 likely. If you ever make the triple, 3 might be possible. You don't have to get the third one all the way out either. Just get it into the 12 foot. I don't mind the call. It's worth the risk.
Oh yes. So I think it was the third. Yeah, it would have been the third, where he was kind of showing the rock coming off as if around the horn, and
there's a couple of good options here. There's some leeway as to how you can hit this and end up with a really good result.
Always found this the hardest place to throw the out turn here.
Yeah, he's going to actually hit it on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Jordon McDonald looking at the same draw. I prefer the other one. And rub. Split that rock at the top of the forefoot. Leave your shooter on the center line. And then take away this pocket at the same time. Because we've seen too many of these rocks run dead straight. And he's got the pin on the other side.
Yeah.
Like if you don't throw, he's not playing this shot. He's throwing the draw on the other side. You've changed nothing. This one's curling a little bit more. Still looks like it's got lots of room.
Pretty good weight. Oh, yeah, real good weight. But like you said, the pin, he did leave this whole side.
Yeah, didn't change this shot at all. And this has been the side with this amount of curl that both teams seem to have known the draw weight all along. That other side, maybe it's because it's just that little bit straighter, the weight's a little different.
Yeah, it could be.
Well, if I can start the season with a massive understatement, this is a big shot here.
Wow. That branch got even shorter.
You're putting this one on the button or you're having a burger. It's one or the other. And both brushers down, and this is going sideways. Even if he's got the weight, I don't think he's getting by the rocks in the 4. That will come up well short, and it's going to be another steal of 4. Jordon McDonald with a 10-1 lead after 4 ends of play.
That would be enough if I were playing.
Well, they're all young, and they do have to play again tomorrow. I think they do take a 4th end break here, so they might take a minute just to discuss this, and maybe we'll find out after the break what they decide.
Yes, sir.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to therockshop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, The Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at therockshop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. therockshop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Play on.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Fifth end is underway. They've decided to play on here. Sean Joyce, Terry Corwin with you from the Saville Shootout on the Curling Stadium Network. This, you have to feel like, Terry, this is kind of what you were talking about last end, that just try to generate a deuce, a good solid end. They have 2 more round-robin games to play tomorrow. Still alive for the playoffs in a round-robin format. They probably want to get... can we say a little bit of confidence, just something going for them? They didn't have a particularly strong game in their first one either. They lost that one 7-1. So just probably trying to find their footing a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's important. We're talking about September. It's a long season.
Yeah.
And it's just about, improving. So if that's, in one end in one game, then so be it.
Well, and at the end of the day, you might have lost 2 lopsided games today, but it still doesn't count any less than, if you lost 2 games by 1 point, it counts the same. So if you can happen to get a little bit of confidence going, maybe get a better feel for the ice, feel for the draw weight, you come back tomorrow with still a chance to make the playoffs.
Exactly. Nice shot.
Looking to come around their own corner guard one more time. Going to end up just short of the rings, but it does work for a double corner. Looking for just the single peel here. Can I tempt you at all to just freeze the pocket here, Terry?
Yep, you could.
I thought he should have looked at the last time. They peel the corner, you guard for a couple, and eventually you could come around everything and
yeah,
you could get 2 rocks into a spot where you can't really get either one of them out. Not that a perfect freeze is ever easy, but Scoreboard says you don't get to play easy shots anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
You're certainly not worried about giving any more points up. This is all about generating a little bit of offense.
That's right.
Come up just a little bit light and hard to imagine leaving an easier double.
I know.
It might come into the reds. He's actually going to try the tick double.
Yeah.
Which is a little safer. Needs to catch just a thin piece of the one that was just thrown. Does.
Nice shot. Really
Second
good.
one back, and the shooter out of play as well.
Well thrown, well swept, well called.
Jacques Gauthier. He's the only one here playing in November.
Yeah.
Everybody else is playing in September. A little bit better on the freeze this time. Still left some separation. But with no guards to worry about, Jacques Gauthier this time won't be worried if he kills one of the red. Might be able to get everything here, actually. Kind of looks like with this broom placement, that's what they're trying to do. Spill them all and roll out.
Well, he has been throwing it pretty good, so why not?
No, he was going over the top. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they wanted to pick it clean. I do think they wanted to take one of those reds. As long as there's a pocket there, Hlushak's still got a chance for a deuce. Saville Dalrymple was close on the last one, just a little bit short. Rushers think it's got more weight. Is this plan B? Are they trying to come right around everything now? Might have been too late for that.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, I think that call was made just a tad bit too late.
But you know, with the weight that he had, it actually was a good thought. It's like you said, just a little bit too late. And that is the kind of thing that probably doesn't happen in November. In November, you make that just a little bit sooner. And I mean, even if that hangs on at the back of the 12-foot buried, you've got a chance still.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, you know, that this is a young team, and those are some of the, I guess, processes that, you know, you need to go through, like as a coach with the team, you know, like.
True. Well, and I don't know how much they've had a chance to play together. Like this is a very young team. I think it's had our information correct before the game. Like this is a brand new team that was put together. These are quite possibly 4 players that, you know, played high school last year in different areas of the province. So they don't know each other yet necessarily. I have to admit, I'm not sure about this one. You make the freeze, you make the freeze really good, he's just gonna throw the guard. You're not getting to anyway. The way this turn curls, I think you could come to the back of the 4-foot and at least bury half.
I think so too.
Sweep for curl, but I think he's close on the line. They just walk at the end. Great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably can't just straight guard it because there's probably a double on the Reds, right? For 2.
Yeah.
Well, they forced him to draw. I guess that's probably the best they could hope for here.
Yeah.
Rushers seem to think this has lots of weight. It's the inside brusher down. They may be worried it's going to touch something. They sure don't want to spill off and leave him a double.
That works.
Is the triple there?
No,
I think you got to play it.
Yeah,
I think it's there.
It might go over top there.
It'll touch it at the top and go out, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that wasn't well managed at the end. I mean, even if you bring that to the back of the 8-foot, like the nose hit on the yellow is only good for 1.
Yeah.
I'd play this triple for fun. You're down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think it's. Let's put it this way. I'm sure it's making contact. The question is whether or not it dead jams or not. But I think it looks to me like it comes off the top. It doesn't have to go very far for you to get 1 for sure. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not playing this shot.
I would be hard pressed to see that dead jam. I just can't see it happening. This might go back to that need for some confidence that we were talking about. So he wants to get that draw weight in his pocket going into tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
it's going sideways again.
Yeah, he might want to look somewhere else for some confidence.
It was your turn to pick too.
I know.
I don't think they're going to measure it. It's 2 for sure. Jordon McDonald with a 12-1 lead, and that will be handshakes. Jordon McDonald moving to 2-0, and that takes the Peter Hlushak team down to 0-2. Both of these teams will be back on the ice tomorrow to finish round robin play and looking to get into the playoffs, the 8-team playoffs beginning Sunday morning here on the Curling Stadium Network from the Saville Shootout. I want to thank everyone for joining us here this afternoon, early evening. Sean Joyce, my partner for this game has been Terry Corbin, and we look forward to seeing you all weekend long and all season long here on the Curling Stadium Network. Beautiful facility here at the Saville Center in Edmonton, and a lot of curling yet to come this weekend.